For exercise 151-68, I'm going to start this one on the right side. Now, I know that I'm going to be using the revolve command to do this, but I also know that the object is completely symmetrical. So I'm going to take this one a step further, and instead of just using the revolve command, I'm also going to incorporate the mirror command into this particular object. That way I can create even less work for myself. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by drawing a single line to give me a reference for length, and I want this to be a total of 1. Okay, that is going to serve as my reference length. And actually, I believe I want that in at 1.5, so we'll change it to 1.5. Now I know that I need a line that goes up, and then that goes in, goes up a little bit more, actually up a lot more based on the scale that I'm drawing this thing at. Then it comes up this way, goes up, straight section, and then a parallel section back down to the bottom. Next, I want to put in my geometric center line running in this direction. Okay, now I can begin to place the other dimensions that are of importance in this particular instance. So we'll come down here, make that 1. Okay, now it won't let me change that dimension. Let me delete that dimension so that I can change it. It still won't let me change it. So I'm going to drag it. That way it has no choice but to let me change it. So now I've got a 1 right there. The overall width for the entire part is 2, so it's 1 from the center line out. The next thing I need to do is dimension the overall height. So from here to here and back up to here should be a total of 4. Okay, the overall width for this piece right here is actually going to be a dimension between here and here of 0.5. This inside piece has a diameter of 1.25. This segment right here is 0.38. This segment up top is 0.25. The angle that I need between here and here is 45. Okay, and that throws things off just a little bit, so I want to kind of drag that stuff back into somewhat of an alignment. Again, checking to make sure which dimensions I'm modifying and which ones I need to put back. That needs to go back to 1.25. Okay, now I need a height or some other way to locate where this is going to be, and I see that from the outside to this edge is 0.38. So now I can put in a dimension between here and here of 0.38. Now that gives me exactly half of what I need. I've got everything dimensioned, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to revolve this, and since I had that geometric center line, it automatically picked up on the object. And now that I've got it, I'm going to mirror it, and my mirror plane is going to be this line right here. I can then hit the button, and now I have a mirrored object. Next thing I want to do is I want to add my hole. So I'm going to go to the axis command first, just to make sure that I have an axis going through my part. Then I will click on hole and hold control, select this, select the center, and I do want to say that this goes through all. and has a diameter of 0.5. Okay, now I missed something on the placement because I keep hitting the wrong button. So what I want to do is make sure that this face and this are both selected. Now I can hit my checkbox and you can see that it places my hole all the way through. Next I need to place the small hole on just a single side. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to use the hole command. And the surface that I'm going to use for the hole is going to be the top surface. Now you can see that it lines it up pretty well on there. What I need to do next is go to placement and click my offset references. I want to use that plane, and I also want to use this face. So back from this face is going to be 0.25. The angle that I'm dealing with is 0. I want it to go to next, and I want its diameter to be 0.25. Then I can hit the checkbox, and there is the hole on my circular face, and that completes exercise 151-68.